Hey everybody, this is Dan, and this is week 3 of class, so we're going to get into module 3. Before we get started, and I'll go ahead and click on it here, I want to talk to you about the way these modules are set up. So in every module, there's an introduction, there are module objectives, the instructions for the module, the reading assignment. In this week, there's 2 of them, they're both short. There's a micro quiz, and then a discussion board assignment. So those are the things you need to do every week. A little secret to this is if you look at the module objectives, if you know these things, and I make them easy to understand, like explain something, identify something, or list, differentiate something. If you know the things in the objectives, then I take the quiz questions right out of the objectives. So if you know the objectives, you'll do well in the quiz. The quizzes are 5 questions. I call them micro quizzes because they're tiny. They'll take you a few minutes. They're worth 25 points. They're sort of low stakes quizzes, but they make sure that you know what you should know at the end of each week. So it's not a big deal. You will learn the module objectives from the readings. If you want to go out on the web and learn the module objectives from some other source, that's fine. There's no mystery here. But if you have the module objectives in front of you while you do the reading and say, okay, I can answer this one, then you're done. You have the knowledge. You'll be successful when you take the quiz. It's not complicated. It's really easy. So don't freak out about having too many quizzes because there's nothing to it. What I want to do now is I want to talk to you about what we're doing this week. And this week is the origins of capitalism, capitalist origins. And the reason we're going backwards is because, as I explained last week we talked about modern times. We talked about now. We talked about the Citizens United case. We talked about the power of business through lobbyists in Washington. So the idea was that we're going to take this history class and learn how we got to now. So we started with current times last week. This week we're going all the way back to the 1600s to figure out how we ended up with Citizen United and how we ended up with corporate lobbyists. And we're going to work our way up all semester from 1609 to current times to figure that out. So that's why I'm going backwards. What you're going to do this week is you're going to do these readings and you're going to learn about this statement, capitalism arrived on the first ships. That's a statement a historian used once, and I believe that's true. But when you do the readings, you'll figure out, what was meant by that, and think about it. Is that true or not? Also, you'll learn about the first for-profit ventures. The secret is the first for-profit venture in Jamestown was really the growing of tobacco. So you already know the answer to that one. That's on the quiz. And then differentiate motives between those who settled in Jamestown and the Puritans in Massachusetts. Why did they come? So I'll give you another answer. The Jamestown colonists came to make money, pure and simple. They started that by growing tobacco. The Puritans who settled in Massachusetts came to escape religious persecution, but they had this capitalism in their DNA as well. They thought that for-profit ventures and private ownership was divine. So that's the answer to the quiz question there. The Southerners came for pure profit. The Northerners came for religion, but they were also very capitalist in their origins. So that helps you with the quiz. Hopefully this sets you up. Again, you have introduction, objectives, you have module instructions, you have the readings, the micro quiz, and then the discussion board post. The discussion boards are worth 100 points every week. The quizzes are worth 25 points. The discussion boards are really open-ended questions to kind of get your input on what you thought about the reading and what you got out of it. So there's no right or wrong to the discussion board post. I'm going to post a rubric so you know how you should answer the discussion board post, but there's no secrets. Just make sure you answer the prompt, answer the question, and make sure you use decent grammar. And make sure your post is long enough. So if it's like one sentence, you're not going to do well. But if you write a paragraph, for example, 4 or 5 sentences or more, that's a sufficient answer to explain your position on the question. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you out. I hope you have a great week at school, and I'll talk to you again next week. Take care.